When The Sims 4 High School Years came out, I don't know about you guys, but it definitely made me remember my high school years in real life. It made me remember some really funny and kind of sad things that happened. So I thought today we would revisit and tell my high school experience stories, but in The Sims 4 High School Years. Comment down below if you have any high school stories. Also, Deligracy Motherload crew necks have been restocked. Deligracy.shop, I'll link it in the description down below. Cheats on the sleeve, ethically and sustainably sourced and designed by me. Let's revisit my younger years. All right, so this is Deligracy Teen Sim. This is me as a teenager. I had a lot of acne when I was younger. I tried to wear heaps of foundation to cover it up. So this is my friend Meanie. Meanie here would like to be an admired icon, is romantic, flirty, and a bit mean. And then I've got boyfriend, and this sim is going to be my high school sweetheart. So this is actually going to be like true high school stories. These stories happened to me. Meanie represents several different people, not one person. And boyfriend will represent my boyfriend in school, who was a really, really lovely person. I've downloaded this Bridgeton Boarding House by Scott Five Girl. The original's by Emma VH97. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna study for an exam. Then we're probably gonna do a little bit of Sims gameplay within the Sims gameplay. So I actually have a huge crush on boyfriend at this point, although we're not an item yet. Okay, now I'm gonna play some Sims forever because I was obsessed with playing The Sims 1, The Sims 2, and The Sims 3. I was actually the new girl at school because I swapped schools when I was about 14. So I was so nervous the night before. And I spent so long picking what I would wear. But the reason why I swapped schools was because I got a scholarship to the new school that I originally wanted to go for, but we couldn't afford for me to go there. But then eventually I got the scholarship, so that's why I moved. All right, welcome to school, everyone. Today is the first day. Now, on my first day of school, I'm not kidding you, there was a girl who came up to me. She came up to me with two other friends. She said to me, "Hi, you must be the new girl. I'm Stilly. This is crazy, and this is hot." This was like the era of Paris Hilton, mind you, when Paris Hilton was like super popular. And I feel like maybe that's where that kind of came from. I don't know, but they were like, "You can totally be friends with us." I was like, I know you guys are not the type of people I want to be friends with, but thanks anyway. I also was really bad at finding classrooms. I always struggled to find which classroom I was meant to be in. And sometimes I'd end up in the wrong class sometimes. Sitting at the front was way too keen. And even though I was trying to be a bit of a teacher's pet, I still knew it wasn't cool to sit at the front. So I'd sit further back. So I did have a crush on boyfriend pretty quickly. I really did kind of know that I really liked him for a long time before he noticed me. And I remember at lunchtime while everyone was watching, I actually told him that I liked him. So I kind of declared the love publicly because all the students were watching me. And I told him, and he totally rejected me the first time. He was really, really sweet about it. But he was like, "That's really nice of you. I just don't feel the same way, but thank you for telling me. I'm flattered." I'm pretty sure he said something like that, but it was so awkward and I was so embarrassed. But he was still really nice and we were still friends. I think a really common thing that happens at school is the popular kids will ask you, "How far have you woohooed with someone?" And they ask you, "Oh my God, so how far have you woohooed with someone?" And I was like, you know what, to be liked and because I was embarrassed, I'm pretty sure I said I had kissed a couple of guys. But the truth is I had never kissed a guy. I hadn't even played Kiss Chasey. I was the kid who hid because I was too nervous or scared to be kissed by anyone or kiss anyone. I turned in some good work. Nice. Sounds like me. And I loved when everyone took it in turns to read from a book. I loved when they asked me to read. I lived for it. So one of my teachers actually would play the guitar and sing to the class when we were 14, I guess. And she'd wear a singlet top and have really hairy armpits. So of course everyone was talking about her hairy armpits the whole time. And then she would also sing and she really hit the high notes and it was so bad. Like she would hit the high notes without hitting the high notes. And we would all just be like, ooh. So another weird thing that happened with teachers, like I swear maybe this teacher didn't like me for some reason, but we were doing a test and the other students sitting on either side of me copied all of my answers. So we all had the same answers, but I was the one doing the answers. And anyway, they ended up getting A pluses and I got a C. And I was like, I'm the one who answered. They copied me. And I'm the one who got the bad mark. I have to say though, being cheeky like that and sometimes cheating a bit with other students and sending notes and all of that was really fun. Like that, being cheeky is one of my fondest memories actually. So I used to get the bus to school. It was a pretty long ride. I think it was like 30 or 40 minutes. I didn't realize I was lactose intolerant, but I'd have cheese every single day in my lunch. But by the time I went home on the bus, the whole time I would be needing to poo. So I'd end up hopping off the bus, busting and having to go to like random public toilets at 7-Eleven or something. And then I'd have to walk all the way home. So there was one time I actually made it home, but the door was locked and I didn't have my key. I forgot it and I was so busting. And I ended up having to go outside. I had to dig a hole. I was lactose intolerant. I didn't know. I couldn't get inside. It was horrible. It was so sad. It was really sad. Another fun fact is in Australia, we don't have cafeterias. You might have a little tuck shop, we call them, on campus, or at least we called them. But cafeterias aren't really a thing. You don't get food for free at school. You have to buy it with money if you do go to the tuck shop. And everyone has packed school lunches unless they get given like 20, 30 bucks to buy their lunch at school every day, which would be really quite expensive. Yeah, it always fascinates me how in TV and film, how there's cafeterias. It seems so luxurious, but I've actually heard it is included in the school fees. You don't have to like pay for it as you get food from the cafeteria. And also it helps disadvantaged families too by feeding the kids. That's just what I've heard from you guys, which is really nice. But to us, it probably seems like a luxury having that because we have to pay for the food if you want to buy it. So I remember we were all hanging out at someone's house once. I was invited to like a party type thing. And of course, truth or dare started because the girls knew I hadn't kissed anyone and they all had. They thought it would be interesting to dare me to kiss one of the boys. So my first kiss was a dare at a party. It was with a guy who was really cute. Everyone at the party was watching because they dared me to do it. And then it was a very awkward kiss because I had braces. And that looked like a really nice first kiss. I don't know, I used like my front teeth and I didn't want any tongue because that was too much. So I like kind of went like this and then I was like with my braces and then our teeth clunked and it was like that sound. So it wasn't the greatest first kiss with everyone watching. Boyfriend, who I really liked, eventually decided he liked me. I think it might have been because another guy liked me. And so they were two best friends who both liked me. So maybe they made each other jealous. I don't know. I remember we were all having a sleepover in someone's lounge room. I was in the middle. We were going to sleep. And what happened next was later called the toilet paper effect. And you'll see why. So boyfriend kissed me from his bed. I mean, we were on mattresses on the ground, so it was like not that far away. So boyfriend kissed me, then boyfriend fell asleep. And then the other friend decided a little bit later, you know what, I think I'll kiss her too. So then he kissed me. Then I pulled away because I liked boyfriend. Then I freaked out and told my friend, oh my God, I just kissed both of them. I don't know what just happened. And then I had to tell friend of boyfriend to just be friends because I didn't really have any romantic feelings towards him. The bag on the head probably represents how I felt pretty well. And then after texting boyfriend who I'd been crushing on for like a year, he liked me, I liked him, and then we finally got to get together and he ended up being my high school sweetheart for quite a few years. And he was super nice. His family was really nice. So I was really lucky. Eventually we grew apart and broke up, but he was a lovely high school sweetheart to have. So I don't know if it was because I got a boyfriend, if they liked the same guy. I don't know if I did something that I have no idea what I did. Meanie would be really hot and cold with me, like sometimes nice, sometimes mean, and it was really quite confusing for me. So one of the things that they would do is they would invite like everyone of our friends to parties at their house, and they would invite everyone except for me and deliberately let it get back to me that I wasn't invited, and they would even invite my boyfriend and not me. And then when I eventually asked them, hey, you're having a party, why didn't you invite me? They would be like, oh, of course you're invited. Or they would invite me like the day of and be like, oh, by the way, I'm having a party. So that was always really, really upsetting because I always thought I'd done something wrong. So that happened for different events several times. And also in terms of prom, we didn't actually have prom. We don't really have prom in Australia. Usually it would be a school formal. I had school formals. There was like one in year 10, I think one in year 12. And some people would ask others to the formal, I think. But because I had a boyfriend, we just obviously went together. So there wasn't like a formal, will you go to the formal with me? A formal. I think the best part of the formal was actually picking an outfit, and the before and after party is not so much the formal itself. And I think my boyfriend and I always kind of matched. I think I wore like a white strapless dress, which I would never wear now. I cannot wear strapless to save my life. And then I think my shoes were red. I'll just wear a red dress because this doesn't come in white. He wore a white suit with a red tie. Which was really cute. Like he tried really hard to make us match, and I'm pretty sure he got me flowers or something to wear on my wrist maybe. I might have organized the flower myself actually. So maybe I said I wanted to pick which one. Oh no, control freak. So another thing is I always worked while I was at school. I worked as soon as I could. My parents didn't have a lot of spare money. So I needed to make that money if I wanted to get nice things. Always very proud to have a job and work as soon as I legally could. A lot of different jobs. I was a checkout chick. I worked at retail. I worked as a barista. I did babysitting. I did like all the jobs. I cleaned some toilets. I had to put like lollies in the urinal, which I didn't even know what lollies for a urinal were. They're like the hygiene tablet things that clean it and make it smell better. You learn a lot from working. One day at school or one event maybe where I had a really cute outfit on. And I was really excited because I got it really cheap. And it was like a cream dress. It might have been one of the first times I'd worn some clip-in hair extensions or something. Like I went to lots of effort to look really cute and I felt so confident. And I had like boots, a little dress, and a little hat on. Maybe it was a beanie. And I felt so cute, and there were all these like people around me, and I was talking and everyone was kind of standing in a circle, and there were a lot of guys there. I looked pretty cute. That's my memory anyway. So I was obviously like having a moment where I was popular. Meanie got really jealous, stepped into the middle of the circle, and then they said, you look like a rat, and ripped my hat off my head onto the ground. And then I kind of put my hat on again, and then I felt really sad. Today is prom, aka formal, or the formal you would say. So I'm gonna ask boyfriends to prom. I have a prom sign in here. How do I do this? Prom, present, promposal sign. Oh, and he's got acne too. My high school sweetheart never had acne. He had like such clear skin. Yay, we're going together. Sure, I guess I'll go to prom with you. He's just kidding, right? Of course he'll go to prom with me. Prom day was really exciting. Oh, the formal day was really exciting because you usually get ready with your friends and there'd be like a before party. Then we'd all save up and get a limo together, or some people's parents would just pay and we'd get a limo to the formal together, and then there'd always be an after party. So I guess if Meanie was to host either of those events, she would go ahead and invite everyone to the party except for me. And then I would be invited last. before the formal, we would be invited usually to someone's house, and usually it was like someone who came from a house that was really big and good for parties. Not my house. Woo, it's formal, yes. Oh, I love his pride tie. Love that. Oh yeah, Deli, get it, get it, get it. I would dance, I love dancing. I would probably dance exactly like this, actually. Whoa, get it, girl. Watch your legs in that skirt though. When a slow song came on, everyone would groan and be like, this is so awkward, and not go on the dance floor. So at the school formal, or maybe it was while we were waiting for an exam, there were two girls who were friends, and one friend spread a rumor about the other girl, and then everyone found out, and then that girl found out she started the rumor. And they actually got into a cat fight. Like, one of the girls took the other one down. There were bruises, there was scratching, there was some hair ripped out. It was really horrible. I think actually one of them ended up leaving the school because of it. But yeah, there was a full-on cat fight with the whole year level watching, and everyone was like, okay. And I just remember the teachers trying to pull them off each other. It was quite wild. And they definitely did not hug it out afterwards. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed my high school experience. I would love to hear below about your high school experiences, if they were similar. I did focus on a lot of the negative, more shocking things that happened. Overall, I think I did have a great high school experience. I did have a lot of great experiences with my friends. It wasn't all like drama and mean by any means. And I think those people now would be really, really different, and probably most likely really lovely people. And you know, as teenagers, we all make mistakes. So just keep that in mind, always to forgive people, especially if it's something that happened a very long time ago. But yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're on the world. I'll speak to you soon. Dag dag.